Running a business is really different right now in this current ecosystem than it was 6 months, a year, or even 2 years ago. And I'm going to explain what I'm seeing in this video. So, across all of the clients I work with across the nation, across various industries, I'm seeing this pattern emerge. When I see these patterns, I like to share them with my clients so they can be more aware of what's happening across the ecosystem versus maybe what's just them and a specific issue that they're facing. What I'm seeing right now is that business is changing really, really drastically. We just sort of survived the COVID era of things and the post COVID period, and there were some changes that happened. So prior to COVID, business was okay, could be hard in some ways, but it could work. The meritocracy was working a bit, meaning that the better businesses had a chance to succeed and to rise better and better. There were some entrenched businesses that made that somewhat hard. COVID happened. Basically, the entire deck got shuffled up. Everything changed. Um, the workforce changed. Money problems changed. Post COVID, there were employment issues, people trying to hire people and get that process going. Interest rates have gone a bit crazy, so some economic crunch has been felt. And then now, student loans going back to where payments are being activated, and some general financial concerns about different people seems to have slowed the spending. And what this means is that money that it was easy for businesses to get from their clients in the past has become much, much harder. That money that they used to not think twice about paying for a business to do something, now the consumer is hanging on to that dollar much, much harder. And what that means is one of a few things. One is the meritocracy is in full effect. This is going to be a survival level event happening, meaning that if you're not doing a good job running a good business in an ethical way that's going to build repeat happy customers, you're at a high chance of failing. Two is that systems and processes are going to be really, really key to have that reliable, consistent service. Consumers have recently been fairly forgiving. I have talked to many people that have tried to hire, let's say, general laborers to come in and do work, plumbers or whatever, and they called 8 different companies and no one even called them back, or two did and didn't even show up to the appointment time. That's a common thing that's been going on, but the consumers were so desperate for those services, they were willing to look past that. It seems that that is no longer the case. With these hard earned dollars becoming harder and harder to hang on to, consumers are much more discerning about who they're giving their money to. So, one is it's a meritocracy. You need to be really focusing on being better than your competition. Two is that it's going to be much harder to just run your business overall. So you need to make sure you have these systems and processes in place and financial education in place. And you're doing each thing very, very well. That your sales process is really, really good in your sales process. What I mean is that you have competition. So if someone has to call a particular provider, that you'd like to be able to stand out in that field of providers. But two is your real competition is people either doing it themselves or waiting. So if you're offering a product or service, the biggest competition we're going to see now as people are concerned about some of their finances is, can they just wait and not do anything? Can they wait 6 months or a year? Two is, can they just watch some YouTube videos and do it themselves, read a book and try and figure it out on their own? That's the big competition that you're facing. And so your ability to explain to them the benefits of not doing that and how you can actually help them are really, really key. And there's going to be very small tolerance for tricking people into saying you can help and then not actually delivering on it. So I just wanted to say that across the board, I'm seeing this is a time of meritocracy, which is good because, to be honest, a lot of people who were very good at what they did and very good at business have not been rewarded appropriately in the most recent short term events because of the structure of the ecosystem. So, if you are a meritocracy focused person doing a good job, keep doing that good job. If you've let the kind of craziness take your eye off the ball and you've lost the focus on the fundamentals, now is a time to refocus on those fundamentals. They matter more now than they were a year ago, and they're going to keep mattering more and more and more. So this is the time to double down on best business practices, make sure everything is tightly put together. You've got this.